in a study of transactions involving non-fungible tokens NFTs, which represent digital works of art. EPFL scientists have found that the NFT market has much the same structure as interactions on social networks. Digital artwork has been a rapidly growing segment of the modern art landscape ever since the start of the pandemic, even though the market is still a niche one with a small circle of buyers. In a new study, EPFL scientists investigate how this market behaves. They found that transactions for buying and selling digital artwork follow similar patterns as interactions on social networks. They have just published a peer-reviewed paper on their work and will present it at the IEEE Blockchain 2021 conference on December. Digital artwork is most often sold using NFTs, which are unique units of data stored on a digital ledger or blockchain. By purchasing the NFT associated with a work of art, the buyer acquires ownership of the work, although copies of the original file can still be produced and shared like with any digital file. Any artist can sell his or her work using NFTs, and this market has skyrocketed since 2017 with prices reaching astronomical levels. One of Twitter's founders sold his first tweet for $3 million through an NFT in March of this year. And NFT sales by Christie's auction house recently exceeded the $100 million mark. Because NFTs are stored on a blockchain, they can only be purchased with a cryptocurrency. And since each buy and sell transaction is recorded in the blockchain, an NFT's ownership can be traced fully, transparently, and in a decentralized manner. A series of more than 16,000 artworks named Herzog and created in February 2021 has captured the interest of the researcher Simone Casale Brunet and convinced him to study this market, today composed of about 200,000 users worldwide. Today, the most expensive piece of the Herzog collection has sold for $1.6 million. Each person has one or more wallets which they can use to purchase individual artworks. The researcher says that in their study they found that these types of markets operate according to several factors. They form a community of buyers and sellers and combine elements from both art and technology. The scientists performed their research by analyzing data retrieved from the blockchain and generating graphs of the buy and sell transactions. These graphs are essentially abstract models of the underlying NFT networks. The scientists then compared their graphs with social network maps like those for Facebook and Twitter. The results showed that both types of models have a similar topological structure. Each node in an NFT graph represents a user's wallet and each tie is a transaction. In the social network maps, each node is a person and each tie is a like or a share, for example. The nodes behave the same way on both the NFT graphs and the social network maps. The scientists' discovery paves the way to more in-depth studies of the NFT market. Since the interaction structures are similar, researchers can apply the algorithms they currently use for social networks to NFT markets, especially for trading and marketing purposes. Marketers have not yet employed the social network strategies and research methods for NFT markets, but they could do so in the near future, unlocking even greater value from this new type of exchange for purchasing digital artwork.